Hey guys, welcome back to The Last Viking TV. Now, if you haven't already, please make sure you drop a subscribe down below and hit the notification bell so you get updates on all of my videos all the time. Now, we're going to get into this real fast, and I'm just going to briefly go over this, and then I'm going to jump right into the topic. So, according to the Bible, a cashless society is about to come. Now, in my previous video, I talked about pestilence and famine. That has already been cleared up. Now we're going to get into the cashless society. Because this is very relevant to what's happening today. If you just hang in there with me, I got a lot to show you, a lot of proof. So keep in mind, the Bible's, this is according to 2,000 plus years ago, and it's coming to light today. In Revelations 13:16, Revelations 13:16 through 17, also, it causes both small and great, both rich and poor, both free and slave, to be marked on the right hand or the forehead, so that no one can buy or sell unless he has the mark. That is the name of the beast or the number of its name, which is 666. So it's obviously going to be a barcode and GPS tracking type of stuff that's going to be included into numbers. In Revelations 13:1, this is according to the end of times. And I saw a beast arising out of the sea with the 10 horns and the 7 heads, and with the 10 diadems on its horns and blasphemous names on its head. And the beast that I saw was like a leopard. Its feet were like a bear's, and its mouth was like a lion's mouth. And to it the dragon gave his power and his throne and great authority. One of its heads seemed to have a mortal wound, but its mortal wound was healed, and the whole earth marveled as they followed the beast. And they worshipped the dragon, for he had given his authority to the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, "Who is like the beast, and who can fight against it?" And the beast was given a mouth, uttering haughty and blasphemous words, and it was allowed to exercise authority for 42 months. And so the cashless society, this is basically going to really cover a lot of it. And so trying to find, here we go. Here we go. John 3:18. Whoever believes in him is not condemned, but whoever does not believe is condemned already, because he has not believed in the name of the only Son of God. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them, and not the seventh day God finished his work, and that he had done, and he had rested on the seventh day from all his work that he had done. So God blessed the seventh day, and made it holy, because on it God rested for all his work, and he had done in creation. These are the generations of the heavens and the earth when they were created. In the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens, when no bush of the field was yet in the land, and no small plant of the field had yet sprung up, for the Lord God had not caused it to rain on the land, and there was no man to work the ground. And so now they're talking about the cashless society. And it causes both small and great to have a mark on their hand. And so now we're going to jump right into the other parts here. So now a cashless society. A cashless society is coming and confirmed what the Bible prophesied 2,000 years ago, according to Christian Post. Very powerful forces are pressing passionately for a worldwide cashless society. And the Bible has predicted this move for centuries. 2 years ago, 2015, Bill Gates promoted it. The key to this will be mobile phones, he wrote, already in developing countries with right regulatory framework. People are storing money digitally on their phones and using their phones to make purchases as if they were debit cards. By 2030, 2 billion people who don't have a bank account today will be storing money and making payments with their phones. The technology is in place. Chris Skinner, author of The Future of Banking and Digital Bank, wrote, we already have contactless payment terminals, fingerprint recognition payments, micro and mobile payments. The only logical step is to introduce non-card-based, biometric-based systems. What is biometric? Well, we're going to get into that. Going to have to be a lot of that, what we can put into humans, such as chips and marks. Oh, wait, did I just say marks on humans? Wow, mark of the beast. That's what we're going to be getting into. And you're going to be able to use, buy, and sell with that mark that you're going to receive through this cashless society. We have come a long way. We use barter for trade. Some still do. The first fleet used shells and trinkets in their early contacts with Aboriginals. I have traveled on buses in Asia with sheep, chickens, and goats all traveling as likely currency. In the day of edible currencies, Parmigiano cheese was popular and accepted as bank collateral in Italy, of course. So going on here, we're going to go right into a Forbes magazine that was just published today. Updated. Forbes magazine, coronavirus stimulus offered by the House officials committee creates new digital dollar. Not only just digital dollar, but also specialized human identity. And so we're going to get into that. The final version of the economic stimulus package offered by Speaker Pelosi, the House of Democrats, no longer includes the digital dollar proposal. However, the language as proposed by Chairwoman Waters of the House Financial Services Committee still contains this language. Links to the original updated stimulus bill with the latest language are at the end of the story. As the markets continue to drop and the U.S. looks to Congress for agreement on a massive stimulus package to save the economy from impacts of the coronavirus pandemic, the newest offer by House Democrats includes a very forward-looking kind of stimulus, the creation of a digital dollar and the establishment of a digital dollar wallets in what will send shockwaves through the cryptocurrency and blockchain industry. Particularly for those following central bank digital currencies around the world, this signals the U.S. is serious in establishing infrastructure for a central bank digital currency. Both Speaker Pelosi take responsibility for Workers and Families Act and the Financial Protections and Assistance for America's Consumers, States, Businesses, and Vulnerable Populations, Act H.R. 6321, introduced by Chairwoman Maxine Waters of Financial Service Committee, introduced these concepts today as a way of delivering the economic stimulus package to U.S. citizens. The bill establishes a dollar, which it defines as a balance expressed as a dollar value consisting of digital ledger entries that are recorded as liabilities in the accounts of Federal Reserve Bank or an electronic unit of value redeemable by an eligible financial institution, determined by the Board of Governors, the Federal Reserve System. Additionally, a digital dollar wallet is identified as a digital wallet or account maintained by a Federal Reserve Bank on behalf of any person that represents holdings in an electronic device, or a service that is used to store digital dollars that may be tied to a digital or physical identity. So, if you didn't get that, let's go ahead and cover that again. Federal Reserve Banks, on behalf of any person that represents holdings in an electronic device or service that is used to store digital dollars that may be tied to a digital or physical identity, and requires all members of banks established to pass through digital dollar wallet to all customers eligible for the stimulus. Member banks include those banks that are members of the Federal Reserve and regulated by the Fed. Additionally, non-member states banks, those that are not members of the Federal Reserve and regulated by the FDIC, could opt in to offer pass-through digital dollar wallets as well. The Federal Reserve what are the digital dollar wallets? Those are probably going to be they want to put the wallets on the person. So when the person passes through, they have access to digital currencies, but those digital wallets would actually be implanted onto your body permanently. You can also opt into, if you're not a member of the bank, you're not going to have access to getting these marks up front. You can then eventually change your mind to receiving the mark. And I do say mark because we just talked about the mark of the beast. And so you're going to be able to receive this mark so you can buy and sell and use your bank accounts and stuff like that. But only for members of the Federal Reserve Bank regulated by the FDIC. And if you're a non-member, then you can opt in. If you're accepted, can be opted into getting this mark. Public interest groups weigh in. And so, yeah, scary times, guys. Scary times. These are definitely times to spiritually prepare yourselves, because it's just, you just don't know. No one knows. And so, yeah, the hour is at hand, and it all depends on what you want to do with it. What do you want to do with your hour? Do you want to live for yourself? Protect yourself? Hoard all the foods, hoard all the toilet paper? Try to find ways that you can save yourself rather than turning to the God that actually said, you don't need to do that. He's already found a way to save you. And that is him dying on the cross for you. So, yeah, you got your decisions, and it's up to you to make them. So make them and stay with them. Stay with those decisions through thick and thin. And yeah, you will prevail if you make the right decisions. So it's all up to you. God bless and take care. Thanks for watching, and please drop a subscribe down below.